Everybody, welcome to kdmoonchild's world. I'm Katie, and you have arrived at Saturday Solutions. This is a spiritual card reading, and we come together here to look for solutions to our issues. I don't like the word problems. It's funny because that was hounded into us. Do not use the word problem, use the word issue, because issues can be solved. Problems can be solved too. Semantics, my friend. It's all marketing. Yeah. Anyway, we come here for solutions, not problems or issues. But you can't see my cards from here. We have to go down there onto the table. Be with you in just a second. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Like I said before, this is my table, everybody. Get the computer out of the way. And these cards are all set up for our solutions. First of all, where's my pointer? That's interesting. There you are, hiding behind the boxes from the cards. Oh, welcome. Welcome to the giggles. Anyway, no. Bunny was being good today. That's because Bunny has competition over here. So, Bunny gets watched now. I have 3 bunnies. These 2, though, they're not all pure and white like this one. These guys have their moments of color. It's like they wear their auras on the inside. Anyway, there's my bit of silliness, but they're off over here to the side watching. You ever see a rabbit all by itself in the wild? Come on, where there's one, there's usually many. Ask any farmer, they'll tell you. So, here we are. Let me explain a little bit about the layout. It is the 4 directions, plus a message from Spirit and a message from the animals. Okay. We start out in our current position where we are right now. This is the sunset position. This is the east. And we start here because, you know, we're well into this day, right? This is where we want to be. And you'll notice there are 2 cards here for our goals. So this is going to be an interesting message in this of where we want to be. This is the north. It's the mountain position. This is the south. This is the valley position. This is also a message from the earth and Gaia. And the one in the center is enchanted map. Right here, this kind of helped to, the enchanted map is to help guide us around the 4 directions. Also, if you have it in, for some, this is also considered the spirit position. It's the guidance position, okay? Here, we have 2 cards this week from the Therapets deck. One is message from our animals that we live and love, that live around us maybe. We don't have any pets, animals that frequently visit us from the wild. And a message from Spirit this time is coming from here. So what do you say we get started, hey? I feel like I'm sitting here talking to bunny rabbits. No, I'm sitting here talking to my friends. Welcome. I am so glad you're here. I've missed you since last week. So, here we go. I am going to be showing you this position right here. Sorry, I got a message on my phone. This is the current position. What do you say we take a look at it? If I can get my fingernail underneath it to pick it up. Oh my. It's the Beautyway card. And it's right side up. Energy sure has changed since last Saturday. Lotus. Significance of new life. Oh, I forgot to tell you. This reading is for entertainment purposes only. We're just here to have fun. It's not for advice. It's up to you how you want to take it, in other words. I'll just leave that there. As a reminder, this card, back to this card, being a 4 card, it's a beautiful card, of course. It's the Beautyway. It's what we're trying to do. It's the life we are trying to lead and live. The Beautyway, the 4, we have a new moon coming up. This is a time of manifestation. It's a time of stability and foundation. It's also a time of your intention. The dragonfly, as well as the lotus, are both about transformation, rebirth, as well as birth. The lotus comes from a seed that only survives in deep muck and mire. The soft, squishy stuff. That's where the lotus seed loves to live. But once it gets out and reaches the sun, look what it becomes. And the dragonfly, you know, down in the water, in the larval stage, it's known as the damselfly, which I also find interesting. But anyway, they tend to, they're the lion of the critters under the water. They will eat everything. But look what they transform into. So, we're trying to transform. We're doing our very best to manifest our best life. It's exhausting, isn't it? Keep your intentions pure, write them down, because we have a new moon coming. We have a new moon coming. Can you feel the difference in the energy? I sure can. Okay, let's see over here. What? We have 2 cards here. What are we going to learn here about our hopes and dreams, where we want to be? First card is the card that's on the bottom. We want to be able to do this with ease and not with a lot of struggle. Straddling 2 worlds is about control. It's about reflection. It's about assessment. We want to be able to be between 2 realms, whichever 2 realms we choose. We want to have our spiritual life that well balanced and in control. Some of us feel like they're doing that now, and it makes it very difficult to be here. Like you're being told you have to choose. That is the world of duality. You can straddle both worlds that you choose to. All you have to do to reach the end of the cycle is dive in deep, way over your head, and not be afraid of what you don't know or how is it going to look. It's a new creation. It's a new world. I love this card. The jellyfish glowing in the background. This card is saying, dive, thank you, dive in deep. Dive into the flow of the tasks of your life as if that's the last time you're ever going to do that, even if it's brushing your teeth. Be mindful of everything you're doing now, because this is the end of the cycle. That's why the energy feels so different. And that's why we got 2 cards for our goal. We want to be able to straddle between both worlds without the exhaustion of where we've been. So to do that, we have to dive in deep into the flow. Into the flow of life, into the flow of the river, into the spiritual realm, and into the created realm. And in the created realm, being a part of those different worlds. It's a pretty deep dive into the flow of life. Being a part of all of that and being able to move through that as though it's nothing, as though it's swimming through the water or moving through the air. Oh my goodness. What message does Gaia have for us? What is the valley telling us? Oh, that was right side up. This isn't an obstacle unless you're afraid of it. This card is an 11 card. It's a new beginning. It's a card of renewal. Let the rain wash you clean. That's what Gaia is saying. Don't be afraid of what you're going to come across as you're moving through the valley. Sometimes there's a jungle in the valley. And it rains a lot in that jungle. But understand that in that jungle, there are many opportunities. You can feel them, you can smell them along with the fragrances of the flowers in the rain. Don't be afraid of any obstacles in the valleys. You're going, what obstacles could be in a valley? Well, the valley itself can be an obstacle. It could be part of a canyon. You know, some canyons box you in if you try to follow a canyon. And sometimes being out in the open in a field, all exposed, can be scary until you get back into cover where you can find safety if you need to. They are your obstacles in the valley. In this one, the rain can cause flash flooding. If you happen to be in a canyon or a crevasse, the rain will renew you. It'll wash you away. And you will have to dive deep into the River because it'll carry you away. But it brings with it in its silt, as it carries old life away, new life and nourishment and nutrients and renewal. The rain itself brings nitrogen through the air. So, what is the message so Gaia is trying to say here? Don't be afraid of any obstacles you're going to come across as you're going through her part in this. Her part is in all of this, but her general area is the valley. She is saying, let the rain wash you clean. Trust in your transformation because you are walking in the beauty way. Don't be afraid. And up here in the north, let's see what we get from the Awakened Tarot for our mountain. Ooh. Interesting. I can't help but take off on a political route here. This could be a major obstacle. Be careful of your politics and who you follow. Some of it could seem like it's a new way, hence the salamander, but it's actually feathers in the brain. Be wary of those who are willing to be violent in the coming weeks as we get closer and closer to July the 11th. Because there's a lot of passion out there and a lot of people with courage. They aren't thinking about their actions, and those are the very actions of this night. But when you get out there, take that chance. There is no time like the present. What are you waiting for? Be passionate, be brave, and most importantly, act quickly. If you want something badly enough, go out there and get it. The Knight of Wands knows no fear, so why should you? So there's two meanings with this card. That's the traditional meaning of the Knight of Wands. But this uniform on a red horse is a warning. And I will let you each figure out what that warning is to you. Only you know where you stand. This may be time for you to choose what hilltop you're going to fight your battle from. Each one of us is going to have to fight a battle. That's why we've had this period of, why is everything moving so slowly? It's because we were resting and preparing. So make sure that when you pick up your wand, that it is growing. Because you can be sure whatever you're fighting, that wand is very much growing and tuned in, right? So what I'm hearing is just we are awakening and coming up and manifesting our stability and foundation by walking in the beauty way to the new moon, where we release our intentions, because we want to be able to straddle more than one realm at a time, to get the truth from both angles, all directions. Standing between realms is where you see much, much more of the whole story. It is easier to assess where you should be and how you fit in and how deep you need to dive into the flow of the task at hand. This is the end of the worry and the fear. After this point, straddling between worlds will become much easier, because in your journey, you have cleansed in fresh rain. Your body now smells like the forest, the jungle that is growing in that valley. If you walked through a cornfield, you're going to smell like fresh, growing sweet corn. That is a part of the beauty way. To know how to pick up which wand and how hard to fight from your hill or mountaintop. How do we know how to get around all this, please? We need some direction from the map. And I'm talking about the new moon. Get the moonlight card. Moonlight card. Fascinating. We're working on our transformation. But we have to do it wisely. See the owl back here? Owl. In the moonlight, all things are illuminated. How much you wish to expose yourself during your transformation and coming out of the transformation to celebrate the moonlight is up to you. But understand, this is a 6th card. It is about harmony, cooperation, and healing. So if you are worried about exposure, understand your time is running out. You will be exposed no matter what. Moon, sun. As you go through on your walk in the beauty way, you cannot straddle different realms while hiding. Look at these wings. You must be bold and open up and expose yourself. I love it. Look, 51, 52, 6, 7. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Understand that as we go through this, things will be illuminated for us. Secrets will be exposed, and some of those secrets will be about us. That's why it's saying, use this time of new moon and your intention wisely. Use the wisdom of the owl as you're walking through this. You will make it fine. The only one that can really, really trip you up. I was looking for the word trip. I'm sorry. The only one that could really trip you up as an obstacle is this card. What group do you align yourself with? What cause? What hill are you on to fight for? That is the obstacle that you're being warned about. That's what's being illuminated and pointed out to me as well. Be careful who you listen to. Reach out, be mindful, do something crazy. Listen to something you normally would not even go near if you watch or listen to social media, just so you can hear the other side. Don't worry about you being exposed. You're protected. You're fine. Because the moon is illuminating your transformation, and it is now. So let's see what our message from Spirit is first. That card says a lot. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about things. Stay in the beauty way in your walk, because you are strong enough. That's our message from Spirit. Don't be afraid of where you're going, what's coming up. You're strong enough. You can do this. You can do this. The other card is a message from the animals. And yeah, pay attention to this card. I'm going to move these cards up just a bit so that I can put this one down too. You've survived every day of your life so far. You really think today will be the one that's going to defeat you? No. Pick yourself up. Do it. You can do this. You have this. It's the message from the animals. Yes, even the mystical animals, the magical animals like the griffin and the unicorn. They exist. That is one of the worlds, that's one of the realms that we are asking to be able to travel through and around. Can't see what that card says. To be able to straddle the world of the unicorn and the griffin, where you have wings on your back as you transform. And straddle that and our real world of being in a jungle in the rain, where violence is always a possibility when you stand your ground. My goodness. Understand that even though that is all possible, you dive in deep to your tasks, especially the ones that have to do with the mountain you have chosen or the hill you have chosen to defend. And as your cause, dive deep. Give it your all. Be open to what you receive through the flow of either the air or the water, or both. Because as long as you are open, you will do just as you have in the past. You will survive. You will survive every single day as you move forward, one foot at a time. So today is not going to be any different than the days that you have already gone through. understand what is dominating the politics and the possibilities of violence right now has already come to pass. There's one little thread. There's always the red thread between us all. And knowing when to sever that red thread is the difficulty in shutting off this obstacle. This can be an obstacle, or this can be what you are shouting for or against. It is your cause. You've picked up this wand. The card is just saying, be mindful of the cause that you fight for. And don't worry, because you're strong enough to carry this through as you walk in the beauty way. Because you're walking in the intentions of the new moon, as you have your intentions written down. And one of those intentions is being able to straddle between the worlds, so that you can wander between the realms and get a totally different perspective on the river you've divin. River you divin? River you've dove so deeply into as a part of your transformation. Everything's going to be fine. It's going to work out as it's supposed to. I thank you very much, you guys, for joining me for this reading. Talks a lot about beautiful things in our world. And it's telling us, by starting out with this walking in the beauty way, focus on the beauty in your life. Focus on the joy. Focus on the passion and compassion for everything that breathes, lives, and walks the same ground you do. And when it rains, get out there, ground yourself in the renewal of the fresh washed rain coming from the sky. And if you can't do that, maybe go pick a flower from outside that is very fragrant and take it and put it in your shower and cleanse. Take a cleansing shower. And I mean a spiritual cleansing shower. Sound like a plan? I sure hope so. You guys, be kind to one another so we can make kindness a habit again. And then together as a community and as a collective, we'll thrive. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye now.